Hello there guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Sal speaking. Today I am with my friend Sonia from the United States of America, and today we're gonna talk about traveling experiences. And we have a question. Is traveling safe in Europe? So Sonia, you've been to many countries. Where have you been, and can you share something with us?
I've done all of the US states except for Alaska and Hawaii, so that's all 48 states, and then I've done parts of Canada and Mexico as well, and then I head over abroad just about 4 months ago, a little over 4 months ago, and I've done about, how many, like 25 countries of Europe, or maybe a little bit more. So I started in the UK and then head up through the north, and in the north worked through the Baltic states, came back down to Poland, Germany, all those down here, down in Italy. So I've done most of Western Europe and a little bit of Central Europe.
So what brought you to travel? Why did you start traveling? What is the main reason?
Main reason, just because I love traveling and I've graduated, and normally in the US you graduate, you go back, you get your master's, or you get a serious job, and I didn't want to do either of those things, so why not travel now when you're young? Because when you're older, you're going to have a family, you'll settle down, you have a job. In the US you don't have very much travel time, so really this was just the best time to do it, and you're young, so you can go and do whatever you want at this age. When you're older, also you get weaker. So.
Well, that's right. I know all people who are still like travelers, but I agree with you. I agree with you because like when I think about traveling, I've been traveling as well, like in kind of like faraway places. And I tend to like that more because as you're young, as you said, you can travel like abroad. And when you're like, you know, get older and older, you can't really travel as much. So that's really cool. Have you ever heard like of the book On the Road from Jack Kerouac?
Never.
No, it's a really important kind of, well, it's a real traveling experience from an American traveler.
Okay.
And so he travels around the States. So I suggest you to read this book so that you can kind of relate to this guy. So you're quite young. Do you think that could be like, I don't know, do you feel like in danger sometimes as you travel? Because you are a solo traveler, so...
Yeah, well, being 22, yeah, of course, there's a lot of times where I know that it could be dangerous. Even here in Europe, you're never 100% safe, never. And especially as a girl, you have at least 10 times, I think, more of an issue. I mean, I carry my backpack and I'm by myself. I look like a big red flag walking around all the time. But since I don't know, maybe my personality or just something I give up, I've been really lucky. I've never had anything happen. I've never had anything stolen, and you know me, I walk around very chill and relaxed. I don't worry, so I've gotten really lucky. But there are times where I know that I'm in danger, and I don't know what it is. I just play them off smartly. Right.
So, I guess also your look kind of helps you out, especially in the south of Europe, because you kind of look more like us, like us Italians. So.
Yeah, I've gotten that. They think I'm Italian all the time, or if I was in Spain, they think I'm Spanish. Or
yeah, so you can kind of mingle easily.
Yeah, it's just with the bag. I for sure wish I just didn't have to carry a big, huge bag. Then it would not be a big issue. But with that, you have a lot of dangerous things that you can encounter. I mean,
right.
Of course, there's the guys that call, you know, at you when you're walking around, and you know, like there's times where like you have to guard your bag extra. But for me, I put my bag right here in the front, and that's it. And if someone takes it, okay, like what else am I going to do? But I haven't had that happen yet.
Right. So what is your favorite state in the United States? What is your favorite state?
Well, I'm biased. California, for sure, hands down. I mean, technically I'm a Santa Barbara resident. I mean, I'm going to be living there when I return. So, but I'm, I guess, a Washington, D.C., like East Coast person. But for sure, I think California would have to be the best.
Yeah, I love California myself. I am in love with California. I've been to San Diego. And one day I want to go back to California and maybe living there. Why not?
Yeah, it's just perfect. It's like kind of like Italy. I thought about this. Like Italy is kind of, in my opinion, how California is. It's always warm, and in Italy, maybe in the north, maybe it might not be always warm. no, but yeah, okay, so that's kind of how California is. Some places you can have the snow, the skiing, stuff like that, and it's long.
For example, like San Diego, I don't know about other areas. Like it doesn't rain much in San Diego.
Yeah.
Like it really doesn't rain much. Like it rains probably 2, 3, 4 times.
Yeah, the more south you go, the less rain you're getting. I mean, they're hitting a big crisis with water right now. I don't know if you know. They're in stage. When I was there, it was negative. Yeah, stage 3, which is like negative 0.85% of water, which is very, very bad.
I was in San Diego just a few months ago, and I remember like the friend who hosted me said, "Okay, guys, just take a quick shower, you know, just don't waste water and stuff." So I understand it.
It's a good way to put it is, so you know how they say in Germany people drink more beer than water. It's like that there. It's rare to see. They'll drink water, but it's rare to see it. Like when I was there, I drink more juices, tea, beer, and soda. As much as I don't like soda, I drink it just because they have, you know, that scarcity of water.
Right.
So you have to make some sacrifices. When I was there, for sure, I did.
So what about Europe? I think Europe is such a big continent too, and it is so much different than the United States, because we were discussing about this, how like more or less, you know, like apart from big cities, United States is kind of all the same, more or less. But in Europe, culturally, but also like, you know, the same supermarkets, the same chains, the same place, more or less. More or less, because in the east part you have other chains.
It does change,
and I know, and vice versa. But mainly, like, it's still America, you know, the same culture, the same, you know, same ideas, not the same laws in every state, I know that. But like Europe, you travel from France to Spain, from, you know, England to Germany, and they're so close to each other, and you find so many different languages. So what do you do when you travel to a nation where you don't know the language? How do you, of course you know English, but how do you cope with that?
So I have never encountered any issues so far with speaking just English, except for here in the south of Italy, or in Spain, for example, or in France. And I guess I've learned some French, so I've gotten away with speaking French, but most of the time I'll speak Spanish as my secondary language, and most of the Europeans know at least, you know, 3 languages, so at least I can relate. If they speak Italian or French, I can speak Spanish and they can somewhat understand. If they speak German, they can somewhat understand my English. But, you know, for the most part, I think the more north you are, the more English they speak, and the more south you go, the more less they do. So the more south I go, the more Spanish I speak, and the more north I speak more English.
So do you ever make any efforts to, at least I'm not saying to speak the language like of the place you're visiting, but like at least learn like few words or things?
Of course, yeah. I mean, here I already know so many words, curse words that I love here. And also in other places too, like I learned hello, goodbye, or please, thank you. I've always learned those. I mean, obviously once I leave the place I forget it because I'm doing so much.
It makes sense.
But when I'm there, yes, of course, it's more of a respect. I want to learn it.
That's what I believe. It's really out of respect. If you respect like a country, you kind of tend to like, you know, learn more about the food, the culture, the people, and so forth. That's really cool. So, what are your plans? You've been to like Europe, and now like where are you? What's next?
Well, I still have about a year to go, at least I would say. So I am gonna finish up with Europe in about less than 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, and head off into the Middle East. And from the Middle East, I'll actually go, after I'm done with the Middle East, I'll head over back to my friend in Spain, in Alicante, and we're going to Ibiza together. And so I guess that'll be my last time in Europe officially.
Right.
And then go down into Africa and go west, east, all through Africa for the most part. And then head over to Asia and do most of Asia. And from Asia to Australia, New Zealand, and then I can fly back home.
Wow. We can say that at the end of this trip you have like kind of been all over the world.
Yes.
Right? How do you like feel about it? Meaning like when you travel, like I mean you don't spend a long time in every place. So do you think you are actually enjoying, like do you think you're actually like getting something out of these trips?
Yes, so actually I'm not just stepping my foot in each country. I do not spend at least 1 day in each place. I will spend at least in each country, at least given, like I normally will go, like for example, Latvia, there's only really Riga there.
Right.
it's, you know, it's a Baltic state, there's not much to do there. I spent 4 days there, and that was enough time. I mean, obviously you could spend more.
Every place is different, so...
Yeah, so it really just depends on the country and what there is to do there. Like, for example, Italy, I've spent almost 2 weeks here. And Germany, I spent almost 2 weeks there as well. Spain, I lived there for 4 months. But you go to, like, smaller countries, you have less time. But for me, I feel like every single country I have in my own head. Someone asks me a country, what they're about, I can tell you culture, food, what they speak, everything. So I don't think, I would love to spend more time, but I don't have it.
Right.
So
what do you think about Italian food? Do you like it?
Yeah, I love it. Of course, the pizza and pasta is really true. It's more fresh and natural than it would be in the US. We all have processed food, so it's really not good. I mean, when I go back home, I don't think I could eat Pizza Hut or Domino's the same. I mean, it's true, as I've spoken to a lot of Italians, they always are like, yeah, I can't eat pizza or pasta outside of Italy, which is completely true. I understand it.
To be honest with you, I like my American pizza. I call it my American pizza.
Well, you've been to America and tried it. They have not.
I like the Chicago, like, deep pan, like, it's really nice. Like, you can find good pizza in the States. It will be American pizza, which is not the same, but I still like it. I still like it. It's still good. And some people call me heretic. Some Italians call me heretic because I like American pizza. But I think it's a matter of being more open-minded.
It is.
That's what I am. So, to conclude this interview, is traveling in Europe like dangerous, in your opinion?
In Europe, no. I think no. There's a lot more that you can face in other countries. In Europe, I think as of right now, no.
Okay.
I have had good experiences, and I'm a girl and young and with a big, huge backpack. I know so many terrible things that have happened to people, and none of them have happened in Europe. And I know that for sure can happen in, for example, Middle East or in Africa or in Asia. You have more chances.
Right.
Than in Europe.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Sonia, for your time. We also want to wish you happy Easter.
Yes.
We really had an amazing time together, and also with the Metatron. The Metatron invited us over at his parents' place to have, you know, lunch together, Easter lunch together. We really enjoyed our time. We had so much food, and we took a really long nap because it was like really, you know, we were like really tired.
It's like the Spanish culture. I'm used to that.
Well, thank you so much for watching, and remember, if you feel sad, you better call Sal. Bye-bye.